Hello guys, welcome to Prosharit Talks Chelsea. Welcome to video number 1 of 1, where we get into the latest transfer news and kind of a review for today's pre-season friendly game that was played in Australia between Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur. So let's start with the game. The game started in a very intense fashion, like people were pressing each other and all, but I didn't see any quality in the game, to be very honest. Tonali scored one goal, and the worst part about it is that we as Chelsea started with a lot of our major players, including Palmer, Joao Pedro, Palestra, Levi Colville, Gittins, you might say, Estevao, but I haven't seen any major impact from them, to be very honest. Yeah, Estevao scored a free tap in, but I don't consider that as a goal. But to be very honest, I couldn't understand what kind of playing style was that. I think what Xabi Alonso is trying to do here is shuffle between the players and build the chemistry between those players, the link up plays, distinguish between what player does and best at his position, and I think that was the motive. We lost the game, unfortunately, but I don't count it as. I would much prefer to lose than to win in a very staggered fashion. Like, I wouldn't want to win at the last minute against Tottenham in a preseason friendly. Then we would have learnt nothing. The positive is that we know that our defense is shit. Like, even if we need a good partner with Levi Colville, thankfully we have Maxence Lacroix, but I do think we need another top centre back. It's a must. And we need a left back badly. I mean, Jorel Hato, I didn't see any impact from him at all. He's good, but he's not raw. He's very raw, and he's not Chelsea level yet. And so, yeah, Conor Gallagher, by the way, was almost into a red card because he fouled in such a manner against Dario Esigo. I think it was kind of a revenge for Conor Gallagher, because we all know Conor Gallagher wanted to stay at Chelsea. But anyways, went to Atletico, then went to Tottenham. Now he's a Tottenham player, so we won't talk about that. And ultimately, at the last minute, Richarlison scored a free tap-in because of our shitty defense. Our defense is non-existent. I think defense is the major problem, and it needs a boost. And we need a solid goalkeeper, world-class #1 goalkeeper. I would prefer Diego Costa, and I have read a lot from Twitter and have researched a bit, and I have seen all the internal links. I've got some intel that Chelsea are looking for a world-class goalkeeper, and the priority #1 is Diego Costa of Portugal, and who plays in Porto, captains the Porto team. It would be a great signing, but I don't know how much of it is true and how much will Chelsea pay for that. Apparently there was a glitch in my phone, my storage was full. So anyways, I've cleared up the storage, and let's continue from where we left. Like, yeah, we want to sign a goalkeeper. That's all I have heard from all the links, from all the research I've done. We are looking for a goalkeeper, and I hope we get a goalkeeper, and we need a centre back and a left back. So yeah, let's see what Xabi Alonso had to say after the game. It was an intense competitive game. We wanted to win for sure. To lose this, we don't like it, but it's pre-season. We missed a few chances. First half was even, and in the second half we were pretty close to score that goal. Great pre-season game, but unlucky to concede a late goal. Well, I don't count the late goal, because I know in the Premier League we will beat Tottenham, because we always do that. But yeah, I think Xabi is kind of disappointed with our defense, and especially with Tosin. I mean, he subbed on Tosin and the game went bollocks. I mean, really, the game turned around. And to be very honest, we need a few changes. We have to work on the team a lot. It's not going to be very easy. We need a complete revamp of playing style, patterns, link ups, plays, and everything. So yeah, I won't bite into this game very strongly, but it's very weak currently. The team is currently very weak in terms of all the chemistry, bonding, and everything. Hopefully, when all the players arrive, like Moises Caicedo, Morgan Rogers, potentially Enzo Fernandez, but I don't know whether he will sign a contract or not. We have a news an update regarding that. But that's all for the Tottenham and Chelsea pre-season game. Let's now get into the major news of the day. The major news is Joao Pedro. Yes, Joao Pedro. Breaking: Joao Pedro is in line to be rewarded with a new Chelsea contract. He is not the only Chelsea player expected to sign a fresh agreement in the coming weeks. Now, Fabrizio goes on to say that Joao Pedro gets a really important salary increase. Chelsea will feel that this will send a message that they win, that we can and will keep our best players. And also, Fabrizio goes on to say that Barcelona wanted to bid for Joao Pedro and other clubs, but Chelsea said no, he's untouchable. Well, he has always been untouchable for Chelsea because, I mean, he was one of the best strikers in the Premier League. He was the third top goal scorer, I think, in the Premier League, scoring 15 to 20 goals, I think, just under Igor Thiago. Although Igor Thiago didn't do anything in the World Cup, I think Joao Pedro deserved that. Deserved to be in the part of the squad of Brazil, even as a substitute. I mean, why did sentimentally people had to choose Neymar? I still don't get it. So, anyways, that's a very good news. Joao Pedro getting a renewal contract, and apparently it's until 2033. So yeah, as well deserved because he's a great player for us. He's kind of a Palmer level player, and hopefully Palmer and Joao Pedro can link up well in the new season. And I'll look forward to watch Joao Pedro. He's an amazing player. He's a very technical, gifted player. He has got molded himself into an out and out striker, complete striker who can drop deep and play from the back, play from the middle, drop deep, help a bit in terms of getting back the position. So like that, very well deserved Joao Pedro, and I love this news. This was the best news of the day. Coming to outgoings, we have one interesting outgoing. Check this out. Benoit Badiashile is a player who could leave in the next days or weeks. There is movement around him and interest from France and Italy. He is on Napoli's list. The player is open to moving and keen on this possibility. One to watch, says Fabrizio Romano. Well, whatever the recent news, Napoli had put in a bid of around 25 million pounds, I think. And I think Chelsea should just get it because he is not a defender. He is nothing, I think. For me, he is absolutely non-existent in defense whenever he plays. One good game he had, that was also in the Graham Potter era. And that says a lot. That says a lot about Badiashile, and I want him gone ASAP. Same with Chalobah. Well, let's get into the Chalobah news, shall we? Como, according to Fabrizio Romano, Como have submitted the bid. Como has submitted a bid of around Como have submitted a bid around 20, just north of 30 million euros, and has approached Chelsea today with a new offer, with a new bid, and they are agreeing terms. They are on agreeing terms that the negotiations are ongoing, very advanced, very close, and hopefully Chalobah gets out of the way too. See, I like Chalobah as a squad player, but he's not at all Chelsea level. He's kind of a Brentford level player. I always reference Brentford because by Brentford I mean a mid-table club player. Okay, no, but with all due respect to Chalobah, he has done good sometimes for a club, but he's not. We need to up the levels in the squad, man. We really need to up the levels. So that's that. And today, most important news, not the most important news, but one of the news is that Danny Welbeck has signed his Chelsea contract, and yeah, you can see he has signed his Chelsea contract wearing the blue training kit. Yeah, you can see he looks good in blue. Not gonna lie, he looks good. He looks sharp, strong, ready to go. And here are some few words he has to say. In the dressing room, I am a shoulder to lay on. You can always come to me and talk to me about anything. That phrase tells you a lot that why Chelsea signed him. a leader in the dressing room. Can be sometimes a backup player to Joao Pedro if he's injured, or has to come in for 15 minutes in the game when we are probably chasing a game but we need to hold it. He's much better than Liam Delap, and let's not talk about Delap because I want him gone from this club. Today in the preseason he was subbed on and he did absolutely nothing. Like, it was Tottenham played with 10 men with a red card, and we without a red card with 11 men played like 10 men, because Liam Delap is always non-existent in the pitch on the pitch. Where will he fit in? He's not even Brentford level player. He's a League 2 level player for me. So yes, more Danny Welbeck on when he thinks of Chelsea, trophies and winning. That philosophy resonates with me because that's something I strive to do every single day. I want to win, to improve, to get better. And it's a club with some great history. Chelsea have won a lot of trophies, and that's something I really want to strive towards as well. Well said, Danny Welbeck. I mean, 35 years old, still he has that fire in his heart, and I think he will give a last push by staying in Chelsea for 2 years. I think in a Chelsea shirt, Danny Welbeck will shine. Danny Welbeck will become good. I think he will come good, and he's just a great buy. I think so. And I think he has that fire in him. He has that last fire that he wants to put out, and I think it will be a success. Let's see. Now, let's get into a hot topic. Exclusive. Chelsea improved their bid for Pep Chavaria as negotiations with Rayo Vallecano are moving forward. New proposal for the Spanish left back wanted by Xabi Alonso. Apparently, as what I've heard, Xabi Alonso really likes Pep Chavaria. I honestly don't know how he is. How does he play? He plays at Rayo Vallecano. I've seen some compilations about him, but yeah, comps are generally made good. Like, the best moments are just clubbed together in a video. But I honestly don't know. But if Xabi Alonso wants him, I am full for it. But apparently Chelsea were also looking at Luis Saul. But I personally want Luis Saul from Newcastle, who went from Chelsea. We should have never sold him. But anyways, I want Luis Saul. But if Pep Chavaria happens, Luis Saul won't happen. With either ways, Xabi Alonso wants him. And we needed left back desperately. We should have never let go of Cucurella. But I think Cucurella wanted to go somewhere else because he didn't see some success, and he is, I think, 27, 28 years old, and I think he needs some trophies. He wants to win trophies, so he chose the club Real Madrid. No faults. And yeah, that's about Pep Chavaria. Let's say, can you guys believe? Have you ever heard a player called Mudryk? Does that ring a bell? Mikhailo Mudryk. Yeah. So here we are. Here is our Misha. Mikhailo Mudryk is back, guys, from all the drug allegations that he has had of doping issues. It's been all cleared, and he's back at Chelsea. He's back to play. He's fit to play. And to be very honest, I don't know how about Philly. It's just an extra left-wing option, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, not the greatest player in the world, but yeah, he's like, to be very honest, I don't rate him, but it's fun to watch Mudryk actually. It's fun. All the comments he makes on social media are just hilarious, and I think if he given a chance, if he can prove that he still has got it, if he still can be one of the best left wingers in the world, as he was proclaimed to be very in the early days, I will be very happy. I mean, a backup to Morgan Rogers, let's say Jamie Gittins, Mudryk fighting for the backup position, great. If someone doesn't work out, just sell them in January, I must say. But that's all. And yes, Jordan Henderson will sign his Chelsea contract today, formalizing his free transfer move after leaving Brentford. You know, guys, what I feel about Jordan Henderson. I think he will not play at all. He will be kind of a midfield assistant to Xabi Alonso, and he will bring leadership and experience, and he will teach the players discipline and play a leadership role in the dressing room. That's it. That's why we have brought Jordan Henderson on a free. That too on a free. So no complaints regarding that. I welcome Jordan Henderson and Danny Welbeck to Chelsea with an open heart, and I expect both of them will bring the squad levels really up, and in the next windows we can go for a proper world class striker and a world class midfielder. Let's go. And coming to the hot topic of the week, Vinicius Jr. Yeah, Vinicius Jr. is the hot topic of the week, guys. I mean, Arsenal are trying to sign him. They are just there. They are willing to pay everything. They are willing to be naked in front of Vinicius Jr. just to get him into them. I mean, really, how much can a club be so small than a player? I think, and why will Vinicius Jr. downgrade from Real Madrid contract? From Real Madrid, actually, why would Vinicius turn down the Real Madrid contract? I think the renewal contract is of better terms, but currently Vinicius Jr. wants 100% image rights. Real Madrid won't allow him. They will allow 50% of image rights, I think. And according to Hand of Arsenal, Arsenal have reached an agreement with principal on personal terms with Vinicius Jr. Rock Nation are prepared to enter negotiations with Real Madrid armed with that huge offer from the Premier League champions. Now it is up to Vinicius to decide whether to stay at Madrid or join the Gunners. Stay at Madrid, please. I don't mean to say that Vinicius, I will be scared of Arsenal if Vinicius joins them. No, I'm saying it for Vinicius himself. Vinicius, why will you downgrade from a club like Real Madrid, 15 Champions League winner? You have won twice with them, to a club with no European legacy and a weak manager. I mean, Arsenal, seriously, that is a serious downgrade. I would, if you have to shift from Real Madrid, I would definitely choose Liverpool or PSG. I think Liverpool is a strong prospect. Liverpool is building a strong team, and with the new manager, I think Florian Wirtz, Isak, they will cook, I think, and they are planning to sign Bradley Barcola. So I don't really see why you are going to Arsenal. They won't win anything next season. I'm sure. Even if Vinicius joins, I'm not scared of them, because we have a bigger cock than them, and we have a strong legacy than Arsenal, and we will overthrow Arsenal again, and Arsenal will be in the muds one day. So yeah, that's all about it. But let's see. Coming to Enzo Fernandez, this little update. Enzo Fernandez's agent is arriving in Europe. There will be new meetings held next week to discuss the future of Enzo Fernandez. In the next days, there will be conversations with Chelsea and conversations also with Enzo, who is on holiday, in order to understand the next steps. I think Enzo should take this holiday as a mental recovery. Don't think about football at all, because his agent has totally screwed up by saying that Enzo is wanting to go out of Chelsea, and has already talked with Real Madrid, where Real Madrid just slapped them back off with a public statement, literally. So I don't think Real Madrid signs Enzo Fernandez if they sign Rodri. I don't see it happening. And Man City is also signing Ayub Boudadi in place of Rodri. So it's a very iffy situation. Personally, I want Enzo Fernandez gone from this club, because his heart isn't there, and Chelsea is also not happy with Enzo Fernandez with his recent behaviors, and I think he must move on, and we should sign a good midfielder instead of him. Alex Scott or Adam Watt will be fit for it. Personally, I would sign both, but let's see. So yeah, that's all about the latest transfer news of Chelsea, and hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, share and subscribe. This is a new channel. I want your love and support all the way through. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you tomorrow.